Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, viewers. In this session, we will discuss about the mathematical calculation uh, of a logarithm. Right, logarithm is well, today's topic. Logarithm functions, which we will be using, uh, how to use them in Excel, how to use them in VBA. So these are going to be discussed in this session, and I hope you will enjoy it. Uh, this will make you the powerful this will allow empower you to make very powerful applications in which are intensive, which are mathematical calculation based application, in which in calculations are involved, logarithm and exponentation and root, square root, etc. So logarithm is actually uh, is the inverse of uh, exponentation, actually, right? Uh, any number raised to power x is computed by exponentation. So the logarithm is the reverse of it, means it's an inverse of it, right? So logarithm function can be used to automate the complex calculations and in VBA, in Excel. So in this video, we will demonstrate how to implement these functions to streamline your work and unlock new possibilities for your projects in which the calculations would be required, and you would need to involve the functions like a logarithm and exponentation and other things. So what are the logarithm and why they matter? Logs are actually uh, logarithm is a mathematical function that tells you the exponent needed to raise a base number. So x, what say your base number is say 2 or 10 or what, so to get a specific value, if that is raised to power something. So while so uh, logarithm is going to tell you that uh, how much will be means log refers to the logarithm, right? Which is donated by which is denoted as a log 10 normally, right? When somebody simply writes log, so they usually mean the common logarithm base 10, unless otherwise specified. So, but in Excel, when we use the log, so we tell two things. One is what number which you want to calculate the logarithm for, and what is the base number, right? So that will give you the exponentation value, right? So this results, this will take you the how many raised to power will you do to arrive at a certain number, right? So for example, you have an x, right? Say uh, it is unknown, right? And you say that you have a value of 2, and you have the the final value of say 16, for example, 16. So how many powers do we have to uh, raise, right? 4 to the 8 and 8 to the 16, right? How many powers do we need to add it to arrive at 4 to 16, right? So you will try to use it the way is that you will write the formula, right? And you will say that this is the base number, and raised to power, and this is your x, right? Okay. So at the moment it is 0, so it is right. So how much time should it be increased to the raised to the power so that it reaches 16? So you will have to attempt 2. So this is 4, okay? And when you're going to do it 3, it is 8. And when you're going to do this, it is 16. So 4 is the answer which we were leaking. So we found the value of x by trial and error, by hit and try, right? Okay, so the log function will will bring the value x4 without trial and error. It will immediately bring you. Okay, so you will write, for example, you will if you want to bring here 4, the value of x is 4 because the other two things are available, and you don't know how much powers will it do to arrive at 16, right? So the log function is used for this purpose. You will say log and start the parenthesis, and you will say the which number. So this is your number, and what is the base number? The base number is this, right? So you like close the bracket, and this will tell you that 4. It will be 4. Okay. For example, you want to say that you have, for example, the base number is 3, and you want to see how many powers do we have to do to arrive at 981. So we will just copy this formula downwards. It will say it's still 4. Because 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. The 4 times when they are repeated, so they will go to, it will come at 81, right? Say, for example, you say 4, okay, and you have, for example, you want to you want to test your formula if it is working or not. So we say 4 raised to power, we say, right, like this, and raised to power says 5. 5. So this should become the answer. But computer doesn't know that what is wrong. So we want this 5 to appear in this column. How would we do that? We will copy this formula here. So this will immediately bring you 5. It doesn't. So, 4 is to power 5 is this. So this is how we calculate the logarithm. And if we automate this, for example, we put a few more values, random values, for example, this, and we say here's 7 raised to power, for example, 7 raised to power 9, for example. Okay, so this comes to this number. So this function will tell you that, or if you treat this as a number, and this is your base number, so the log of this number is 9, because 7 raised to power 9 gets you this, right? So this is one thing which we have done, right? The next thing we do is how to do it using the VBA. By the way, logarithm uh, is if written without log, the function, if you write without any specification of then you have to give the 2 parameters like this. But log 10 is also a function which presumes that you have the base 10. So if you want to get uh, the, the log number without specifying any base number, so it will be taken. It will be presumed that it will be the log of 10, the base 10, right? So, for example, you have this number, and you do not want to specify this part, so you will write a log of 10, right? And this 7 will be ignored. So this time it is taking as a base number 10 and of this number, right? So it will be 7.650. So these are this is a log 10 is the ordinary, and in the normal calculation, the manual and theoretical concept is that whenever it is said that log 10, it is said log. So log 10 is assumed as a default means. But in Excel, you have to, if you are using the log, then you have to specify the 10 in here. If you are using log 10, then you don't have to specify the second quadrant, only this, okay? So you can, using this log function, you can use any number as a base, right? You can use it as a 10, so I specify the 10 in here. Here, the base is 2, right? C8 is 2, so base is 2, and so on, right? So this was how we intended to explain you how to use the log formula, right? Logarithm. So, and this is the log 10 is we are not going to use for the moment, because since we are using a log function uh, which for which it is necessary to specify the base. Okay, put a comma after specifying the numbers, and put a comma and then specify the base. The base is C11, so that is 7. Okay, so now using the VBA, let's write a code. And I have written a bit of code, and I explain it to you first of all, that what is this code all about. Okay, so we have this object which is attached with a macro. This is the macro in which we have. What does it do? It selects the sheet 1, first of all, then reaches to the starting point, that is C8, from where the values are starting, right? And uh, then it keeps on calculating. It will be keeping on calculating until it reaches to the last one, right? So what we do is we remove all this, and we uh, yeah the result will should come in here, okay, so that we can match that it is matching with the the both calculations are side by side so that you can match that the VBA is calculating exactly what result is coming as we are using in the through the Excel function. So in the VBA code, we press Alt F11 here. So here we have to do the calculation so that it should calculate the value. So first of all, run this right so that you know what is happening. For the moment, it will be remain blank, but when you click on here, so it has done everything and reached us. Within no time, it reached to the end, right? So that's what it was told to him, to the system, that do this. So it is doing. Now, while it is doing this, it should start putting the value in the column F, right? So we will say, so uh, we will write active cell dot offset, right? Yeah. Then 0 row and how many columns it is we want to target. Is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, towards the third column towards the right. What should it do? Dot formula. It should, or you can say that equal to. You can equal to the value. So what is the value? We'll say log, right? Log of what? Log of the number. Hmm? The number as a double, right? And so log function, it asks only for the number for which you want to create to do the log, right? So using the VBA, we can um, write the code as shown here. That as soon as it reaches C8, C8 is the starting point. So at this cell means it is targeting the three position from it's 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay. So what would it do? It would do the log of uh, the number which is provided in the D column, that is 16, then divided by the log of itself of the base, right? So this will reach to the 4. Okay. So this is how we do the means the calculation in VBA for the different base log is this is the way of doing it, okay, in the VBA. Whereas in the Excel, you have the log and you provide the base symbol. So the both ways are going to come up with the same result. Let's try it. Right? Yeah. So what it has done that it has first of all calculated the log of this number, log 10 of this number, right? The natural log, right? The natural log of this number is created, and that is divided by log of this number. So that reaches to the same thing. Let's try it doing it without the VBA. Then we say the log 10 of that is the natural log 10. Where so log 10 of this is first calculated, yeah, okay, and then the log 10 of log 10 of say the base number. This is calculated, okay, and when this is divided by this, so this gets you the 4, right? So this is how the VBA is doing. VBA is doing a bit of more work on the part of the programmer, not on the computer, but it's this is the way the VBA is doing the calculation and arriving at this number. Okay, so if you calculate, so this is the VBA work which is actually doing to get this 4 in here. Okay, you can see this. So let's see the VBA code again. The VBA code is that it is taking the number uh, on the and then dividing its log. It's calculating the log, natural log of the given number. Okay, and that is the log of 10, right? Base 10 log, and then dividing it by the log of the base which you want, right? So this is again giving you the same number. So these are the two different ways of calculating the logarithm. And one was through the Excel. Excel is makes your job very easy by simply providing the base, and it will do the needful, the rest for you. Not much thing you have to do. Whereas in VBA, you have to write the formula and then divide it and these two things, and then you will arrive into this. Okay. Another way is of doing is that you can using the Excel. Let me show you again one more thing, that you can use Excel formula uh, instead of this. Okay. Let me write the same thing in here. Okay, so what we do is, this is a different, and another way of doing this is that you write application dot worksheet function, worksheet function. You can call worksheet function as well within the VBA, right? And then here you will write log, right? So simple log. Okay, when you write that, this time it is going to take you the two arguments. The first argument is this, yeah, active cell. This okay. So let me put okay. Uh, the first argument is the number, yeah. Yeah, control C. And the second argument is active cell. That's it, right? Oh, so this is the another way. So let's if we disable this command in here and we remove all these things for you, right? So what would happen if you click in here? So it will still, this is coming through the VBA, right? By means of calling the function, Excel function into it and doing the job. So these are the two ways which I have explained you. That one way is this way, which I have highlighted. The link of this file is available in your in description of this video, and you can use this as for practice purposes. Okay. Thank you very much for watching.